everybody, it's Courtney and I am back with another video. And if you can't notice, I made my husband finally put another light bulb in so y'all can see me. But now I look yellow, so I don't know. Depending on how this video looks once I upload it, I might unscrew it. If I look yellow the whole time, I'm just going to unscrew it and deal with the darkness. So, I haven't really been posting a lot here recently. I haven't really even been online a lot here recently. I've just been spending a lot more time with my family and trying to put the phone down and trying to be in the moment instead of, being on my phone all the time. I am definitely guilty of that because I don't watch TV. I just watch YouTube. So, I've definitely been guilty of being on my phone too much. And I have regretted not being in the moment, especially with everything I've been seeing going on recently, which is why I'm making this video. Just so many disgusting, disturbing stories that I'm seeing, and it just makes me want to hug and love and hold my family a little bit longer and a little bit harder, because I have a good family. I have a good life. And they are what is important to me. I love YouTube and I love you guys. I love talking to you guys. That's why I reply to every comment. Because I genuinely enjoy talking to you guys. And I genuinely enjoy the friendships that I have with you guys. Because a lot of you are my friends. And I don't know, I guess I came to like a realization that there's things that can be put on the back burner, and YouTube is one of those things whenever family is more important, and I'm sure that all of you feel the same way. I'm sure YouTube comes second to everybody, and it's always came second for me, but I've been trying to make sure that I'm paying attention when my kids are talking to me instead of scrolling through my newsfeed or, whatever. I have a ton to talk about in my personal life, but I'm going to make a video tomorrow about that. I tried to make a video and compact the both, and it just didn't work, because the subject I'm talking about today is a very long subject, because there's 4 different things I want to speak about. And also on Wednesday, hopefully Wednesday, maybe Thursday, I am going to upload a interview-like video that I'm going to do with my husband, and it's going to be about his personal experience on methadone. I see a lot of Suboxone talk going on here. He's no longer on methadone, by the way. So he will even be able to talk about the withdrawal process and all that from his own experience. I have to say that because I don't want anybody to think that whenever I do post medication related videos that I'm trying to get anybody else to do something differently or come off of a medication or get on a medication, or I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to tell my personal experience, or in this case his personal experience, how he personally experienced it. And if somebody gets something out of that video, then great, because that's, ultimately why we post them. But yeah, so hopefully that'll be Wednesday or Thursday. And then I think that's it. I think that's everything I want to talk about before this. So let's go ahead and get into this. The first thing that I want to, basically what this video is about is I'm losing faith in humanity. That's what's happening. And I want to talk about some of the stories I've been hearing, the last week or so. I've been trying to make this video since hold on, Mama. I've been trying to make this video since last Thursday. This is my 8th try. And every time I just get over the top and not explode, but I go full on rant, like pissed off because, I'm just hulking out because this shit is so crazy. So, hold on, guys. I'm going to go get Mook something to eat, and then I am going to come back and finish the rest of this. Hold on, babe. I'm losing all faith in humanity. Humans are garbage. Pretty much. Shut this door because I don't really want my kids hearing me talk about these things. Because they're disgusting. So the first story, a lot of people have spoke about it. There's tons of videos on it. Ready to Glare did a video. Hunter Avalone did a video, and I know a lot of people don't like him because he's kind of an asshole, but he did a really good job explaining, because I know that he is right-leaning, but he really did a really great job pretty much explaining that this does not equate to trans people. And Creepshow Art, she did a good one too. But this person, it's a trans woman, and people are, I guess that's up for debate, or people are skeptical whether she is really a trans woman. I am not going to speculate on that because I don't know her. She's a terrible person. She's done awful things, but I still don't know her. And not only that, but people go to jail these days for purposely misgendering people. It's in the UK, but the US is only, only momentarily still free speech. Excuse me. So watch what you say, guys. But people are skeptical whether this person is actually transgendered or whether they are using the trans or LGBTQIA plus umbrella to shield herself from negative criticism about her alleged, I have to say alleged, but it's all there to see. Alleged predatory podo-like behavior. I can't say the word PEDO on here, obviously. In case I ever do get monetized, probably not, but if I ever do, and they go back and look through all my videos, it's probably not going to look good having a video saying PEDO 55 times. So, we're going to say podo. That's the word of the day, podo. So yeah, people are questioning whether they are using activism and being transgendered as a tool to disguise, or they're not doing a good job, but try to disguise their behavior, and it ain't working out. So, this person's name is Jessica Yaniv. Or Yaniv. I'm not sure. Yaniv, whatever. Jessica Yaniv. And they are gross. There has been multiple girls coming out, both 14. There's been more than that, but the two that I'm going to speak about were both 14. The first one, he was 27 at the time when this happened. He asked her questions on a, I think the website's called Anonymous, or Anon, or something like that. And basically, you're an anonymous user, and you can ask other anonymous users questions, and then obviously they answer your question, if they know about it. And they met on there, and he added her, I believe, on Kick, which, if you have children and they have Kick in their phone, please monitor it, because Kick is known to police and investigators as a very unsafe place for children, because they do not protect children on that messaging app. Predators and podos are known to use Kick to draw in children. So I believe that they started talking on Kick. And thing is he draws in these children with she. I'm just going to say Yaniv. Because I hear some people calling her a she, some people calling her a he. So it's like really hard to like keep one or the other. So I'm just going to say Yennefer. So what? I swear those kids, they act like they got broken arms and broken legs. Patients asked me to make her ramen. I'm like, okay, I'll put it in, but you gotta get it out. Dude. Man, I hate it when that happens. I said, so you gotta get it out. Sorry if I busted your eardrums. Rest in peace, headphone users. Luckily, Autumn's been being pretty quiet in the back of my videos, because I used to have to say that every video, because she would be on there screaming. But anyways, yeah, so she was like, is my ramen done? I'm like, is the microwave going off? She said, yeah, and I said, okay, just wait a few minutes so they cool down and then get them out. But anyways, so this person, Yennefer, was sending this 14-year-old girl very disgusting questions, and she draws these girls in with empathy or sympathy for him, I guess, Yennefer, because she says that she has depression and I forget what the other disease. I forget what it is, but she uses that to make people feel bad for her. So she drew this girl in and started asking really disgusting questions about periods. This person has a very sick fetish, infatuation, obsession over periods, and particularly young girls' periods, it seems, because all the girls he talks to are like 14. So he asked her for pictures of her used tampons. She said that she would have to show a picture down there, and he's like, no, I don't want that. I just want you to take it out and take a picture of the used tampon. Send her a bunch of voice memos, and these are in the Ready to Glare video, so if you want to hear them, they're really gross, but he sent her voice memos of himself speaking in an Elmo voice, saying, Elmo loves Kitty, Elmo loves to F, and Elmo loves to watch your titties bounce up and down and up and down and up and down. Just disgusting things. Told her that he couldn't wait until she turned 16 because he was going to marry her so that he could F her. Asked her if she wanted to do things with him at 14 years old, and she said no. And he still didn't get the picture. Then there was another girl that came out, and she said she met Yennefer on a Facebook page for a teen girl group. Girl band, and that Yennefer got her to believe that she was the manager of this girl group, and started talking to this person, doing the same things, asking about, have you ever seen a tampon hanging out of somebody's thing in the bathroom? Do girls walk around with their shirts off in the bathrooms? Just all kinds of creepy stuff. And then, oh my gosh, told this girl that he was watching child porn, and asked if she wanted a link to it so that she could watch with him. They could watch it together, basically. So admitted to watching child that. Also, another thing that this person likes to do is go in restrooms at the gym or in public places and take pictures with young girls in the background. I don't know if they're trying to catch young girls with a tampon hanging out. I don't know what they're trying to do. But they like to go into public places and take pictures in the bathroom, which is illegal in some places, especially in like gyms, because there's showers in gyms. So I don't think you're allowed to take pictures in gyms. But if you go and look on their page, they have a bunch of pictures in bathroom mirrors, like full body pictures, and there are young girls in the background. So this person also tried to hold an event in the name of all-inclusive, advocacy and advocating for the youth. Tried to hold this pool party for youth ages 14 to 24. I got married when I was 24. I owned my own home when I was 24. I was not a youth, and neither is anybody else at 24. Hate to tell you, that's not a youth. That's a goddamn adult. And the bad part is tops are optional. So 14-year-old little girls are allowed to be walking around 24-year-old men at this pool party with no top on, to be all-inclusive. And in the name of activism for, LGBTQIA plus youth. I don't think you even had to be under that umbrella to go, but that's what she used to try to pull people in. I don't think this event went through, luckily, but, and the kicker is, no adults and no parent allowed. No, no guardians allowed. So, you just have to drop your kids off at this pool and say, and you go, see you later, go hang out with all the 24-year-old guys and take your shirt off and you just have a good old time. Hopefully you don't get molested. If there's any parent out there that would even think that would be okay, knowing all the circumstances, knowing all the details, then I question your ability to parent. I don't usually say things about people's parenting skills, but I am questioning your abilities, if you would think that was okay. And if somebody would actually send their kid to that, you should be ashamed of yourself. And then the third thing that the fourth thing really that this person is doing is trying to sue estheticians for not waxing his ball sack. Her ball sack. Yeah, you heard me. Called in to this place. This place is shut down now. Yaniv is suing 16 estheticians that refused to wax her ball sack. 16. All uncomfortable. Because they called in and asked for a Brazilian wax, made the appointment, had them under the assumption that she was a woman, a biological woman, gets in there, undresses, and has a ball sack. Brazilians are not made for men. They are specifically for women. Okay? Because vaginas and ball sacks are not the same. The skin is not the same. It's not the same. They're not shaped the same. They're, you know what I mean? Like, it's different. And not only that, but I would be uncomfortable too if a trans woman pre-surgery came in and was like, wax my ball sack. And I had never done that before. I wouldn't want to do it either. If you hurt the person, then they're going to sue you too. So it's either refuse them and save the trouble of hurting somebody, possibly, or do it and hurt them and they can sue you for even more, probably, because Yaniv is trying to sue this certain place for $40,000 because they refused to wax her ball sack. 16 estheticians, to be exact. Yaniv is suing because they all refused to do a Brazilian on her ball sack. That you cannot do a Brazilian one. It's not safe. And they didn't feel, and they felt, they didn't want to do it. And that's their right. They can turn anybody away for any reason. They can say no for any reason. It doesn't matter. If they don't feel comfortable, they don't have to do it. And then you call the cops on them because they don't want it. Do it yourself at home. If it's that big of a deal, do it yourself at home. If you really need it done that badly. Have your mom to help you, because apparently she assaults people for you. So, and you guys can find videos about that part too. I'm not even going to go into that part. Because nothing's really... She threatened to pepper spray somebody. Because they had a camera. And her mother pushed them and hit the camera out of their hand or some crap. Okay, so enough of that situation. So the second thing I want to talk about, and I also want to say, for Jessica Yaniv, the reason why it's such a big deal is because they are trying to put themselves in the category of a trans person. People think almost as like protection against being criticized, because that's a no-no these days. And to be able to do creepy things in the name of activism, and to be able to let children run around topless in the name of inclusivity. So just, obviously, this is a predator, and it's a problem. This person needs something done about them. First, they shouldn't be allowed on the internet. And I have a feeling one day everything is going to come crashing down on top of her that she's done. And I'm sure more and more will come out. So anyways, the next thing I wanted to talk about was this one. This is a trigger warning. If abuse, sexual abuse, child sexual abuse, triggers you, please don't watch this, okay? Please just come back for another video. I don't want to trigger anybody, but this shit needs to be talked about, because it's crazy, and I haven't heard it anywhere but one place, and that's Ready to Glare. She talks about a lot of things that not very many people talk about, and Trey King. If you guys, not like these kind of stories, but you think that these kind of stories need to be spread more, there's a guy named Trey King, and he talks about so many things that I would have never heard about had I not been subscribed to him and been watching him. So Trey King, that's where I heard the next story. Just, so this man, this thing, he's not a man, this father, sperm donor, just got 70 years in prison for uploading videos of himself doing things to his 1-year-old daughter. 1 year old. 1 year old. The mother had no idea what was going on. She had to go to the police station and identify her baby girl in a video off the dark web. He uploaded them to the deep web, dark web, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. She had to go and identify her baby girl and her husband's hands in a video. Yeah. Cute, huh? It's fucking sick. So, part of me, so whenever I start getting riled up, y'all know I go for lip gloss. I don't know why, but part of me is like, how did the mother not know something was going on? But then the other part of me is like, feels so bad for her because she had to identify her baby girl. And if she was trying to protect her husband, she wouldn't have identified him. She just said she didn't know if it was him. You know what I mean? She would have tried to protect him, but she didn't. She was like, no, that's him, to get him put in jail. So I don't think she's one of those mothers that knew and let him do it to keep him around, because I've seen those mothers. let their child be abused to keep a man. That is the devil. I believe that. If there is a devil, it manifests in mothers like that. They're not really mothers, but, you know, they're egg donors. Know a couple of those myself. So yeah, this so disturbing. Can you imagine what that little girl is going to grow up like? Luckily, thank God, they caught him before she was old enough to remember the abuse. Because she's only 1 year old. I think she's 18 months now. And the dude was on there asking all the other fucking potos on that message board or whatever for ideas of what to do to her, what they wanted him to do, taking requests of how to abuse his own daughter and upload videos of it for the other potos. That's the devil, too. Anybody that can hurt a child, you're the fucking devil. And I don't even believe in God. Well, it's not that I don't believe. I'm not atheist. I'm agnostic. I believe there's something, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Maybe I'll make a video of it sometime. Hold on, y'all. I got a message. Alright, guys. So I'm going to speed this up because I'm at 26 minutes right now. So the next story is about a woman, well, women, fist fighting in a parking lot. Okay? First off, they're fist fighting. The woman's holding her newborn baby in her arm while hitting and fighting another woman. Okay? That's number one. Number two, she drops the baby while fighting another woman in a parking lot. Number three, not only do they not stop the fight and jump in their cars and rush to the hospital because the baby bonked its head a little bit. No, this baby had a bleeding head sore. A bleeding head sore. Head hit concrete in a parking lot. It wasn't carpet. It didn't fall off the bed onto the carpet or even the hard wood. No, it fell on fucking concrete. And they left it lay there until they were done fighting. And not only did they not take the baby to the hospital when they were even done fighting, the bitch took the baby home. Took the baby home with a bleeding head wound. Yeah. And didn't think that she needed to take him to to the hospital until the next fucking day. The next day. Let the baby sleep all night, woke up the next day, did whatever she needed to do, and then took the baby to the hospital. So that baby was like her last fucking priority, man. Like the last thing she cared about was that bleeding head wound. Actively bleeding head wound on a newborn baby's head that you dropped in the parking lot while fighting a bitch that probably means nothing in your life. But your baby's life is worth you fighting this bitch? Do better. Do better. Do better. Yes, I'm questioning your parenthood. Yes, I'm questioning your parenting skills, I should say. If